citizens of Gotham. Thank you for making it great again. My name is Graham Elwood. You're watching the Political Vigilante. Shave your knuckles for justice. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, we do a live stream, my Super Chat Sundays. It's awesome. It's a community of progressives, and we have really cool discussions and even debates on political and progressive issues going on. It's a really cool thing, and I love being a part of it, and I love having all of you there. It's a great way to support the show too. You can get your questions asked, you can do the super chat, you can donate money, and it's really cool. I love doing it every week, and might be doing more live chats. But the thing I want to talk about in this episode is, so most of you are aware that Bernie was on Fox News in a town hall, which he did amazing at. And I did a video about a week ago talking about why he should do it, because he was criticized by a lot of Democrats, people on the left. Oh, we shouldn't go to Fox News. And it was just, which is a dumb idea. Like, if you want to be president, you have to get the whole country, and you don't turn your back on 50% of the voters. Like, I don't know, did Hillary do that? Did she turn her back on the red state voters and the Fox News voters and call them deplorable? And then she didn't even campaign in her blue firewall states, and she lost the election. So weird. Going to Fox News with populist progressive ideas, that might help you become president. Not just say, hey, I'm a rich white lady that thinks I'm better than you, and you're stupid if you don't vote for me. Gee, that didn't work. That strategy didn't work. Weird. So this was a collection of clips put together by the Washington Post. Now, one of the things they leave, it's very clear here, is they don't leave out all of the big responses from the audience. So it's just, you still don't, I mean, they're going to show it. So they're trying to take the angle of, oh, Bernie really stuck it to the Fox News people, which he kind of did, but he really stuck it to the whole establishment. He stuck it to the establishment media. Look, CNN and MSNBC are smearing him like they did in 2016. And what he said in his town hall, and even their Washington Post and others' attempts, they can't spin this. He ate the Fox News guys' lunch, man. He ate their lunch. You can't spin it. You watch the whole thing. And he's talking policy, not identity politics. People are like, oh, Graham, you're just a big burn, bro. You're just a diehard burn. No, I would love to see a woman or person of color be president, provided they have these policies. If Bernie was a centrist, I wouldn't like him. I'd be doing video after video taking him apart. If Kamala Harris was a real progressive, I'd be backing Kamala Harris. It's policy. It's where they get their money from. Bernie Sanders, when he was the mayor of Vermont, was never protecting pedophile priests, to my knowledge. So here it is. Here's the Washington Post clips from the town hall.
You ask me fair questions, I will give you fair answers.
Thank you, sir.
That's the deal.
And you know, not everybody thought that I should come on this show.
And we appreciate it.
All right.
Will you pay your fair share?
How can you challenge the idea that socialism is bad?
Why do you believe that the government can provide better health care than the private sector?
How would you bring back jobs in industry?
Now, you raised the issue, I am a millionaire. Well, actually, this year we had $560,000 in income. And that's a lot of money. And that money, in my case, my wife's case, it came from a book that I wrote. Pretty good book. You might want to read it. So if anyone thinks that I should apologize for writing a best-selling book, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. So I guess on Fox News, you said that I benefited from Trump's tax bill. Did you tell people that I voted against Trump's tax bill?
Sure, but you did benefit from it.
Yeah. But I voted against it. But whether it's me or you or anybody else, I think wealthy people and large corporations that are making billions in profits should start paying their fair share of taxes. Why don't you get Donald Trump up here and ask him how much he pays in taxes? Yeah, well, look, I guess the president watches your network a little bit, right? Hey, President Trump, my wife and I just released 10 years. Please do the same. Let the American people know how much money you're making. Whether you're conservative or moderate or progressive, I don't think the American people are proud that we have a president who is a pathological liar. If we spend all of our time attacking Trump, you know what? Democrats are going to lose. All right? Our job is to lay out a vision that makes sense to the working families of this country. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
What? Wait a minute, dude. Whoa. That sounds like radical lefty-isms to me. Lay out a vision for the working class people of this country? It's almost like he's aware that 60% of the country doesn't have $500 to $1,000 in savings. It's almost like he's aware that there's 40 million people living in poverty in America, and they don't give a damn about Russia or Stormy Daniels. They want to know where they're going to, how they're going to feed their families and pay their bills. There's people who are like, yeah, Trump's a jackass. I don't like him. I voted for him because I just wanted him. I just wanted to put a clown in there because I want to blow up the whole system, whatever, because I can't pay my bills. Because you know what? I travel around this country. Ron Placone and I were just in Texas, and I talked to people that are like single moms and vets and people who drove in from Louisiana to see our show and people who live out in small towns and had to drive an hour or so to come into San Antonio or Fort Worth. I talked to a Canadian couple that got relocated to Texas, and they told me they watched the American media and the lies that are said, oh, the Canadian healthcare system, you got to wait in line for hours. They're like, no, both of their parents, a Canadian couple, a man and a woman, both of their parents in their 60s got diagnosed with cancer. And started within 2 weeks, hospital scene, visit, within 6 weeks, surgery, treatment. They didn't pay a nickel. And that doesn't exist here in America. That's what he's talking about. And literally, there's people like, I see people on social media, just neoliberal celebrities like, no, we don't need far left. That's not far. Bernie Sanders is not on the far left. In this right-wing country where the Republicans have taken us so far to the right and the dumb Democrats follow them because they're both owned by corporations, he's a radical lefty. Free healthcare, college tuition, jobs, those are center ideas in Western Europe.
Believe that healthcare is a human right, not a privilege.
A show of hands of how many people get their insurance from work, private insurance, right now. How many get it from private insurance? Okay, now of those, how many are willing to transition to what the senator says, a government-run system?
The same amount of hands. The same amount of hands. And you notice how Bernie raised his hand? Because he gets his insurance from the Senate.
We don't need to demonize immigrants. That we don't need to do. What we need is comprehensive immigration reform. That's what the American people want. And if we had a president who believed in that, we could actually do it.
You are looking to become the first Jewish president. Yes. You're also a staunch supporter of Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who...
I've talked to Ilhan about twice in my life. So I support a Muslim member of Congress not to be attacked every single day in outrageous racist remarks.
Sure.
And I think that Ilhan has got to do maybe a better job in speaking to the Jewish community. But if your question to me is, do I think she is anti-Semitic? No, I don't. It is not anti-Semitic to be critical of a right-wing government in Israel. We have a...
The thing that's amazing about that is we're finally able to have a conversation and where a Jewish presidential candidate, first of all, he's not running on, I'm with L'chaim. He didn't do that identity politics in 2016. He downplayed his Judaism. Unlike Hillary, who's like, I'm with her. If you don't vote for me, you hate women. He's never been, you never noticed that? That's never come from Bernie or anyone in his campaign. Unless it's blatant anti-Semitism. But they never played that card of like, if you don't like Bernie, you hate the Jews. which is what AIPAC and the pro-Israel lobby tries to do. And he just said that. You can be critical of a right-wing government in Israel and not be anti-Semitic. He just said that. A Jewish man just said that. And saying Omar needs to maybe reach out more to the Jewish community? What a fine idea. Wouldn't it be great if the Muslim and Jewish community got together more and it started in our United States Congress? The land of the great melting pot?
More in common than most people think we do. All right, poll after poll. Should we raise the minimum wage to a living wage? Yes. Should we rebuild our crumbling infrastructure? Yes. Should we make sure that our veterans get the health care that they have earned? Yes. All right. Should we make sure that we do not cut Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid? Should we give huge tax breaks to billionaires? You know, that's how most people feel.
Democracy dies in the darkness. They tried to cut out all the applause. You noticed that. All the big applause he got in all those clips. They made sure they just cut that out. Make sure they cut that out. Because I want to tell you some things here when he's talking about health care as a right and all this Medicare for all talk. Look at what happens to the S&P, the healthcare. Look at the stock price has dropped. This is what it was in December of 31. Going up, going up, going up. Oh, everyone starts talking about Medicare for all. Boom, tanking. So Bernie going on Fox News is, I said it was a smart idea. I said it was a smart idea. So they're going to try to attack him on healthcare, right? Because they spend $30 million a year on marketing. The annual healthcare marketing surged from $17 billion in 97 to at least $29.9 billion in 2016. Right? Spending climbed from $2.1 billion to $9.6 billion. Pharmaceutical marketing to health professionals accounted for the biggest outlay and climbed from 15.6 to 20.3 billion, despite new policies at hospitals and medical schools designed to limit industry influence over prescribing. Right? So they're trying to make him out, and both of them. Look, CNN and MSNBC is oh, look, Bernie made $1 million. They're going after him just as much as Fox is. Fox takes the angle of, because they're the right-wing side of the kleptocracy coin, the right, that professional wrestling character is, you benefited from Trump's tax break. Yeah, I did, but I still voted against it because that's what a leader does. He goes, I've benefited, but I made good money. They made $500,000 a year. Like, you know how much Hillary made? $10 million. Speaking fees, that what came out in 2016. $10 million. His two best years were 16 and 17, where he made $1 million. Those are his best years. Prior to that, in 15, he made $240,000. It's good money. But they never say, look how much all these other people made. Look at what these corporate people made. Yeah, he made money from selling a book. Did Hillary make money from selling a book? Trump make money selling books? Of course they have. They all have. Here's what's up. Wall Street, the corporates, the oligarchs are terrified of this guy. Because he's resonating, and they were hoping Fox would take him down a peg so we could keep the country divided. He's going to unify this country. Let me show you this. This poll was taken, a Fox News poll. Fox viewers. This was taken March 17th. So a month, basically, before his town hall meeting. How would you vote if the candidates in 2020 were Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump? 40% for Trump. 47% for Bernie Sanders. 4 for other, 3 wouldn't vote, 5 unsure. Look at that. Look, right there. 47%, a month before that town hall meeting where everybody was cheering. That's why they didn't want him to go on Fox News, because they knew these policies, progressive populist policies. And this is the thing, and I'm beginning to lean this direction. It's what Lee Camp says. We just have to overwhelm them so they can't cheat us again. All right? Bernie is not the perfect candidate. I'm scared about what the military-industrial complex will do if he becomes president, and they'll just force him into more wars and more wars and more wars. I don't know. That worries me. If his VP candidate is Tulsi, I like that idea. I still have questions about her ties to Hindutva, Hindu nationalism, but the fact that she's been so outspoken about Julian Assange and how wrong it is that he's been arrested. She says he still needs to stand a fair trial. That makes me a little leery. But overall, this is a good thing. And Bernie being on Fox News was a very good thing. And they're going to try to spin it, oh, he just stacked Burn Bros in the audience. No, he didn't. This is what you, if you're a so-called Democrat or you're a liberal and you really don't like Trump, why is this threatening to you? Why is a guy that can beat Trump? Because he's got the best policy. And who would be in his Congress? Omar, AOC, more people like that would get elected in 2020. If Bernie gets the nomination, guess what? All the progressive senators and Congress people running, people are going to back them because they're going to go, oh, we got to give Bernie, and if Bernie endorses them, endorse this person, this person, this person, this person, so I can get stuff done when I'm in the White House. There's your blue wave, an actual blue wave, not a corporate blue wave, but a real one, like a progressive wave. Stephanie Kelton is the Secretary of Treasury to start educating the world on MMT. Who'd be head of the EPA? Maybe Jill Stein. Nina Turner's in there somewhere. I like this. I like that cabinet. I like a completely progressive cabinet, not a cabinet full of climate change deniers like Trump did. Maybe don't have the former head of ExxonMobil running up the State Department. Maybe not have a bunch of torturers running everything else. Maybe not have a woman that owns 10 yachts. Betsy DeVos, 10 yachts. She's running our schools. That's the thing you got to think. But people are like, Bernie won't get anything done. Yeah, he will. His whole cabinet will be progressives. And we can get a Green New Deal. Because without that, we fix everything else, but we don't fix the environment, we're done. It's over. It's over. And it'll take money spending on innovation and research and development to find new technologies and new scientific breakthroughs that can reverse climate change and save this planet from extinction. I wonder what the poll is now after that town hall. I wonder what it is after that town hall. I bet you it goes over 50%. Fox viewers have him winning by 7 points. What are people on the left giving him? He said he's going to pick a younger woman as his VP choice. He has to, because he's a man and his age, and I would love to see it. Love to see it. Because then we get 8 years of a real progressive, and the VP, whoever she is, probably Tulsi, then becomes president. And 20 years from now, we're all looking at, man, the Green New Deal saved it. We did it. We saved life on Earth. We did it. Thanks for watching the show. Like, subscribe, share the videos, push them out, positive comments, Even just the thumbs up or a smiley face in the comment section, all those algorithms help. Watch the ads all the way through. When you click skip ad, I don't get paid. You can support the show at patreon.com/Graham Elwood. You can go to Rockfin and support the show. You sign up through rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is also in the show notes. $10 a month. You get all this bonus content from me and every content creator on Rockfin. It's a new platform, so you'd be helping it grow. You'd be getting in on the ground floor, which is a cool thing. And come out for the live shows. We just had a bunch of great ones in Texas, and I thank everybody that came out. So go to GrahamElwood.com for all that. Follow me on social media. All that helps.